This shit is fucking crazy, bro.
It's because body.
Have you seen all the videos yet?
No, I haven't seen shit.
He wants to just get right into Tectone. That's all.
True.
We're hosting.
Hosting what? The loser awards?
So true. I just wanted to play Ark today, man.
Every day can be an Arc day if you try hard
I
enough.
know. I was getting in fucking heaven queues, and then all this popped off.
True. And I fucked something up on my computer yesterday. I don't know what. So how have you guys been today?
You know, just watching the fall of the Republic. I guess it will
be televised.
It is. I was just thinking it will be televised.
It will be televised, actually. All those lefties are wrong. I don't get them.
At least until they start blocking out the internet, I guess, right?
What have you been up to, Steve? Woke up?
Yeah, I woke up and now I'm just, you know, big chilling.
What's
being
you
chilling.
You see the message there in the old Chatterino?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
I just woke up.
You're already on his ass, Stan. Get off his fucking dick, man.
Okay.
He just woke up, dude.
All right, Destiny Jr. Slow your roll. I don't need it twice. I heard it the first
That's
time.
buddy of the year for you, buddy.
How many times, by the way?
2-time.
Man, I remember when it was 2 times for me. I think that was like 4 years ago when I hit it twice. I don't know. Being the 3-time, you just kind of forget what it's like to be the 2-time, honestly.
Yeah. Being the first, I mean, it's kind of just like you don't really care about the other ones, honestly.
Yeah, I see where you're going.
Oh, there we go. Jesus. My mouse without borders is going crazy. True.
Wait, that's a 180-day ban, really?
The retarded fucking
Oh,
comment.
you woke up fucking grumpy today.
You said something fucking retarded.
No, that's not a
Yeah,
good
you
ban.
did. You're about to get banned.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
right.
like it.
Yeah, that's
Being
right.
chilling, it was a great ban. Not good, great. It's very, very good ban, sir. To kick Jetty goes, I guess.
Or YouTube.
Yeah, he's got 2 other options. Fuck it.
Holy shit. Why is my mouse not drawing suddenly? Okay, give me protest video to watch.
Link him.
Okay, hold on.
Back the gas, some
Jesus, fuck.
people toward the police.
Okay. I don't have a mouse on my screen and I don't know why I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
Unplug it, plug it back in.
Black guy left.
Okay, hold on. So I had to leave Discord. I'm gonna fucking lose my mind.
Police.
Okay. I was turning the volume down over here. Whoops.
They're saying hold the line.
I know that. I'm fucking talking to them, not you.
This is like the scene of the shooting is like 2 buildings to the left. So the protesters before had gotten in front of the minutes ago the protesters were already in front of this where the shooting happened. Look at this. Wow. Crazy. They were trying to move the protesters back to where they were before. more in the other angle.
Status quo. That's a good first too.
Cooper, let's go! Cooper! Cooper! Let's go! Let's go! We're moving! Let's go!
Look at this.
You know, I don't think you should be murdering people.
Yeah, you don't think so?
I don't think you should.
Now the protesters are coming back.
Well, no, if we did that, J. Dr. Fernanda, you wouldn't have any other Fernandas to hang out with.
Look at this. Now, I believe this is state and local police, not federal police.
Man.
They originally said people had to go south, but now the police have moved. So they were not able to get the protesters out of there where they wanted to. If I have this right.
Why does Ilhan Omar have $34 million in her account? Isn't she just...
I might be wrong about that, though.
I don't know. Why does Trump
I don't even know
have
if that's true.
$800 billion account?
It was an RCBI link, I don't know.
Sorry.
That's the only reason I responded to it.
And go fucking invest in some Trump coin.
President
Right now.
Trump
Been
has
talking about it,
posted on Truth Social President Trump posted on Truth Social. I'm going to show you what President Trump said in a second.
Good afternoon.
Can't wait for this
Thank
one.
you all for being here today. I'm Gregory Bovino.
Oh, hold on. Press conference. Press conference starting. Press conference is starting right now. Press conference is starting. Press conference.
Some of those brave men
He's not
and
even
women of
pressing the
Border
sound
Patrol,
effect.
Hang on, I'll get it on the screen for you right
doesn't
now.
have one.
security, law enforcement,
Steve doesn't
Oh,
have the
sorry.
breaking news?
I thought you were talking about Lookner.
To
I was
show
like,
support
Lookner is
for
the sound
all.
effect, bro.
federal law enforcement who have been under constant attack in Minneapolis for weeks now. This morning was no different. At 9:05 a.m. Central Standard Time, as DHS law enforcement officers were conducting a targeted operation in Minneapolis against an illegal alien, Jose Huerta Chuma. You can see this illegal alien on the screen to my left and right. That is Jose Huerta
Trump's just
Chuma,
posting shit that
whose
should get
criminal
him
history
voted
includes domestic assault to intentionally inflict bodily harm, disorderly conduct, and driving without a valid license. During this operation, an individual approached U.S. Border Patrol agents with a 9mm semi-automatic handgun. The agents attempted to disarm the individual, but he violently resisted. Fearing for his life and the lives and safety of fellow officers, a Border Patrol agent fired defensive shots. Medics on the scene immediately delivered medical aid to the subject, but the subject was pronounced dead at the scene. The suspect also had 2 loaded magazines and no accessible ID. This looks like a situation where an individual wanted to do maximum damage and massacre law enforcement. Then, about 200 rioters arrived at the scene and began to obstruct and assault law enforcement. Crowd control measures have been deployed for the safety of the public and law enforcement. This situation is evolving, and more information is forthcoming. The officer was highly trained and had been serving as a Border Patrol agent for 8 years. The officer has extensive training as a range safety officer and less lethal officer. As mentioned, this is only the latest attack on law enforcement. Across the country, the men and women of DHS have been attacked, shot at, doxxed, had their family members threatened. And, as we have seen, more than 100 vehicle rammings over the past year against federal law enforcement. We will not allow violence against our law enforcement officers, and we need state and local help, state and local law enforcement, to help us coordinate to get violent criminals off the street. Mayor Fry and Chief O'Hare just a few minutes ago did the opposite of that by omitting the fact that the suspect had a gun and magazines full of ammunition. In what looks like a situation, again, where an individual wanted to do maximum damage and massacre law enforcement. I want to reiterate what President Donald Trump, Secretary Kristi Noem, myself, Director Marcos Charles, and so many others have said time and again. If you obstruct a law enforcement officer or assault a law enforcement officer, you are in violation of the law and will be arrested. Our law enforcement officers take an oath.
Same people who jerked off Kyle
Protect the
Rittenhouse,
public.
by the way.
Base.
We go to work every day to protect our friends, our neighbors, and our fellow citizens. The fact of the matter is that the law does not enforce itself. It takes men and women who are willing to risk their lives to enforce it. The men and women of CBP and ICE, law enforcement, are highly trained professionals who love this country and do this work because they want to leave their kids and their grandkids a country that's safe and secure. Questions?
All right. One question. First question, when did agents learn that he had a gun, and did he ever brandish that weapon at agents?
Allie, this situation again is evolving. This situation is under investigation. Those facts will come to light. This particular incident is being investigated just like we investigate other similar incidents like we've done over the past several years. It's in the hands of professionals. Those facts will come to light.
All right, going on to the next question. So, did he have an additional gun, or was the gun moved from the scene? And I watched the video from start to finish of that woman who was wearing the red jacket, and it doesn't seem like he pulled the weapon at any point. So, does the account come from the agent? Did they say that he pulled the gun before, during, after? When does the gun come out?
Again, this situation's evolving. This is under investigation. Those facts will come to light, but let's take a look at the gun. You can see the gun here on the screen there that individual possessed. It appears to be a semi-automatic, high-capacity type, possibly a Sig Sauer 9mm.
All right, no more questions. Sorry, no more questions, sir.
Commander.
Wow, 2 questions.
Nice.
Wow.
Okay. Steve, can I
and
just?
he was asked if the suspect.
What?
I caution you. I'm getting a little upset myself. I would just say, maybe you're not as upset as I am. Maybe you're already gone. Just
1 sec.
today might be a think twice before we talk type day. You know, I like hanging out with you. That's all.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
I think you should speak your mind.
Both.
Mr. Mooten's trying to take over DGG. Don't listen to him, Steve. He wants you gone.
All right, hold on a second. I gotta get a live stream up for you. Give me 1 second here.
It's the new meme, by the way. It's an evolving situation, so I can't really answer your questions. Hey,
So
it looks like that
he
guy
was given a
didn't have
chance
gun.
to say the person
And,
pulled the gun, and
he was disarmed when you shot him in the back. Any comment on that?
being investigated.
Oh,
All
well,
right,
this
guys,
is
I'm gonna
a
get you more
evolving
footage
situation,
right now of
so,
the scene.
you know,
Give me 2
Nothing
seconds
to really say
here.
about that.
Just give me 2 seconds.
What do you want him to
That
say?
was
He doesn't know
and
about it.
basically, he basically read the statement that Homeland Security had put out earlier. That's a lot of what he said was just the statement Homeland Security had put out earlier. All right, hang on a second. Just give me 1 second. I'm getting you more footage right now. Oh, the governor's supposed to speak soon too. Governor Walz is speaking soon. All right, I'm going to get you Governor Walz speaking. There's a lot going on. Let me get another footage of
Walz
the
is gonna
live
cuck
shot
out.
going on. Hang on 1 second. Please just hang on a second. And I
Not
will
even
get
running
you
again, but cucks out.
Governor Walz
Omega lol.
speaking live, and I'm going to get you a live scene of the protesters. I need 2 seconds here. This live, I have to get a different live shot for you, which I'm going to do right now. All right, hang on 1 moment. Thanks for your patience. Thanks for your patience. All right, I'm going to use BG on the scene. I'm going to pay him for his stream. Let's check out BG on the scene stream. I'm going to get that up for you. Again, I'll pay him for his stream. Now, there's obviously too many things on the screen right now. So let's do this. Hang on 1 moment. All right, that's there. Let me turn the volume on. Let me get the other thing off. And then let me tell you, oh, sorry.
Thought I was watching XQC.
You need to warm up or use the bathroom. Come to the bathroom.
Why is no one out there selling pitchforks? That's good money. Get your torches here. you figure out your cursor?
I'm working on it.
Has Lookner shown pink lady angle, chat?
Okay, hold on, let me restart this computer. True. Oh my god.
You President Trump's statement here. I'm going to actually try to.
Asmund watched
well,
Pink Lady vid. He's just gonna say like, "Oh, you shouldn't show up to
let me
guns with
just read
protest."
you President Trump's statements. President Trump has posted twice. This is the first statement that President Trump made. He said he posted the picture of the gun that Homeland Security posted, and he said. President Trump said on True Social, "This is the gunman's gun, loaded with 2 additional full magazines!" And ready to go. What is that all about? Where are the local police? Why weren't they allowed to protect ICE officers? The mayor and the governor called them off. It is stated that many of these police were not allowed to do their job, that ICE had to protect themselves. Not an easy thing to do. Why does Ilhan Omar have $34 million in her account? And where are the tens of billions of dollars that have been stolen from the once great state of Minnesota? We are there because of massive monetary fraud, with billions of dollars missing, and illegal criminals that were allowed to infiltrate the state through Democrats' open border policy. Again, I'm reading Trump's True Social post. He says, "We want the money back, and we want it back now. Those fraudsters who stole the money are going to jail where they belong. This is no different than a really big bank robbery. Much of what you're witnessing is a cover-up for this theft and fraud. The mayor and the governor are inciting insurrection with their pompous, dangerous, and arrogant rhetoric. Instead, the sanctimonious political fools should be looking for the billions of dollars that has been stolen from the people of Minnesota and the United States of America, in capital letters. Let our ICE patriots do their job. 12,000 illegal alien criminals, many of them violent, have been arrested and taken out of Minnesota. If they were still there, you would see something far worse than you are witnessing today. And after that, President Trump then posted on Truth Social, in all capital letters, among other things, this is a cover-up for the billions of dollars that have been stolen from the once great state, but soon to be great again, of Minnesota. That was his second post about this. Those are his two posts. I assume the second post is about this. So he twice refers to what's going on today as a cover-up. I'm not sure exactly what he means by that, but that is what he said. Okay.
They're keeping it, bro.
They're keeping it $1.50 right now. That's a lot of people out today.
We are here to enforce our fucking rights! We are violating our rights! The only thing that will save us is community like this! Midterms will not save us! MPD will not save us! The federal government will not save us! It is up to the people! All power belongs to the people! Now, I want you guys to sing a song with me for a second. Alchemize this pain into productive energy. Alchemize this pain into sustainable solutions. All right? Repeat after me. Hey-oh, we won't be silenced while our friends are gunned down. Hey-oh, we won't be silent while our friends are gunned down. Hey-oh, we won't be silent while our friends are gunned down. Come on. Hey-oh, we won't be silent while our friends are gunned down. Hey-oh, we won't be silent while our
Hey guys, we are waiting any moment now. Any moment now, we will be hearing from Governor Walz of Minnesota. As soon as I have that live, I will show it to you. Governor Walz in Minnesota coming up any moment now.
Not tolerate the violence here. Chica la migra. Chica la migra. Chica la migra. Chica la migra. Chica la migra.
What does that mean, Steve?
It means chimichangas at Taco Bell for free.
I gotta get there.
While these ICE agents come here in fear, we come out here with no fear as we go against these people with weapons. Only touches our spirit. That is what they want to take from us, is our spirit. That's the one thing that these enemies will never take from any of us, our spirit.
XCC posted in his chat, people think they're going to get a new George Floyd, lol W, but that was on January 8th.
This is getting out of hand. They are using our children to get to us. They are going after our children, our family members, our neighbors, our relatives. How does it feel to come into a land where we fight and endure, even in the coldest of weather? They tried to murder us, but they didn't know that we are seeds.
Someone's having a bit of a soy voice crack. What is happening? Wait, Tim Pool's not defending it? Oh, you know if Tim Pool's on the wrong side of it for the Republicans, it's over.
Oh, the press conference started.
Governor Walz is live, but I assume Lookner.
Press conference started.
State Patrol Colonel and General Menke, the Adjutant General of the Minnesota National Guard.
Lookner's getting old.
Last week, this federal occupation of Minnesota long ago stopped being a matter of immigration enforcement. It's a campaign of organized brutality against the people of our state. And today that campaign claimed another life. I've seen the videos from several angles, and it's sickening.
This is the
But I have
governor
a
speaking.
strong statement here for our federal government. Minnesota's justice system will have the last word on this. It must have the last word. As I told the White House in no uncertain terms this morning, the federal government cannot be trusted to lead this investigation. The state will handle it, period. Let me say something else, and this is critically important. All of us understand what happened this morning and the tragedy of it, and my deepest sympathies to the family of a 37-year-old Minnesota resident, a lawful firearm concealed permit carrier, something that I've been lectured to by Republicans for decades, that is not only your right, it's your duty. We know that the potential to further inflame tensions is high. And to Minnesotans, there's a difference. We want calm and peace and normalcy back to our lives. They want chaos. We cannot and we will not give them what they want by meeting violence with violence. Minnesota and our local law enforcement, as you have seen, have done everything possible to de-escalate. Local media has reported extensively on the cooperation to de-escalate this situation. Donald Trump, I call on you once again, remove this force from Minnesota. They are sowing chaos and violence. We've seen deadly violence from federal agents again and again and again. But in contrast to that, on these frozen streets, what you witnessed yesterday was the best of Minnesotans, peacefully exercising their First Amendment rights. And I attended in the church basement hundreds of Minnesotans from all faith packing care packages for families that have been ripped apart.
Guys, the volume is low on the source. It's up as far as I can.
Thank you, Steve. Jesus, he's fucking
I have the
Up to the rule of law. They're protesting loudly and urgently, but peacefully.
Really quick, I apologize. The volume is low on the source. I am boosting it multiple times to the absolute max. Please turn up the volume on your computer. I cannot boost it anymore. It is extremely low on the source. I'm sorry about that.
Their courage and their restraint. And I call on all Americans to see the decency that this state is exhibiting and the horrific cruelty, unprofessional, absolute abomination that is passing for what these ICE agents are doing on our streets. They think they can provoke us into abandoning our values. Well, they're dead wrong. We'll keep the peace, we'll secure the justice with our neighbors, and we'll see this occupation ends. Minnesotans and Minnesota law enforcement that continuously is being denigrated by this administration will continue to be the adults in the room, the professionals in the room, the decent human beings in the room that will keep the peace. With this, I'd like to turn it over to Department of Public Safety Commissioner Bob Jacobson to update you on the situation as we know it.
Yeah, thank you, Governor. I'm Bob Jacobson, Commissioner of Public Safety for the Department of Public Safety, and again, it's my honor to serve in that position. A man was shot and killed this morning in Minneapolis. I want to pause and remember what cannot get lost in this moment. A man died.
What the fuck?
I want to assure you that this state's public safety officials and our local law enforcement partners are doing everything in our power to get answers, to help return a sense of normalcy back to our communities. You have the right to demonstrate peacefully. We recognize that demonstrations are often driven by strong emotions, beliefs, and a desire to be heard. But please, please, remain peaceful. And I want to say it again that because it is important and it is critical. Peacefully demonstrate. By doing so, you help local authorities to get answers. You help us to do our investigations. By remaining peaceful, you help ensure nobody else may be killed or injured. The thousands and thousands of people who gathered yesterday in Minneapolis proved that Minnesotans can make their voices heard peacefully, and they can do so without violence, and they can do so without destruction. And state resources are available and ready to support our local law enforcement partners as requested. And those resources include the Minnesota State Patrol, the Bureau of Criminal Apprehension, and the Minnesota National Guard. With that, we'll stand for questions.
Governor, you've made this request before. Is there any reason to believe that it will be answered differently? Have you had any conversations with the president, with the federal government, and is there any indication that they are going to pull out or back down?
Well, I spoke twice this morning, shortly after I received the call of this shooting. I spoke with the President's Chief of Staff, and first request was to get her people out of there, to get these federal agents out of there. They were going to cause more chaos. And second call is, with no uncertain terms, that we will investigate this. We will not be stonewalled. What we've already seen, and you saw it this morning, before any investigation is done, you have the most powerful people in the federal government spinning stories and putting up pictures, and unrelated people who we don't know anything about, and a picture of a firearm to try and spin a narrative. And I ask Americans, this will end when enough Americans say this will end. Do I have any confidence Donald Trump will do the right thing? No, I don't have a lot of confidence Donald Trump will do the right thing. I do have a lot of confidence that the majority of the American people will do the right thing. And I think there cannot be very many people across this country looking right now, after all the reporting that's been done, after everything that's been said, under the pretense that they are here about immigration reform, and quit referring to these people as law enforcement. They are not law enforcement. We have law enforcement who do an incredible job. And to listen to Greg Bovino denigrate the work of our people who are out there cleaning up their mess, no, I don't have a lot of confidence that he himself will do it. But here's what I do have confidence in. There's a whole lot of Republicans, for whatever reason, cannot find their spine. But they might find the ability to know that they're not going to win another election as long as they live, unless they stand up for what's right, and stand up for the rule of law, and stand up for human decency, and that's the moment.
So then, just to follow up, because then if that is not the case, what are the people of Minnesota supposed to do who are in the middle right now? Because if they do Stonewall, and you're trying to investigate, is that forcing them
no, it's
on
a good
force?
question. And look, I speaking to the people of Minnesota right now, I hear that scream from you, and I'll continue to plead and ask you for peace. And I know the answer is, you ask us for peace and we give it, and we get shot in the face on the streets coming out of a donut shop. We cannot give them what they want. I don't know how to say this in so many terms, to watch the madness that we've witnessed over this last week coming out of the White House and what it's doing here. My confidence is, and I say it to Minnesotans, as I've said, exercise your First Amendment rights, speak out, bear witness and document legally. But I understand the risk in that, and I understand the courage that it takes to have people out there doing this.
I find myself incredibly upset with Democrats, and I feel like it may be unjustified. Are the Dems communicating effectively while trying not to get an insurrection act called on them? The reality is there's just not much they can do. The problem is that you guys have mind-fucked yourselves so long by calling everybody a fascist and a Nazi and all the Hitler comparisons and everything else that you most of you miss how fucked everything is right now. The Hitler comparisons to Trump it's not even a good comparison because it's so much worse. The reason why everything is so fucked right now is because Trump won the election, the Republicans won in Congress, and because there's a 6-3 Supreme Court. So you have a president that had the popular support of the people, is way better than a dictator. Dictators usually have to coup a government, they have to do some violent act, they have to overthrow some people, they have to win the support of the military. Trump didn't have to do anything, he just had to win a democratic election. Number one, and then number two, the Congress is completely and totally impotent. Your biggest tool to check the president would be something like an impeachment, but the Republicans will never do it, ever, because the Republicans, they won most of their seats. And then you have a 6-3 Supreme Court that is blocking some things and letting some things through that should be a much harsher check on Trump's powers, which is also not. So in terms of what can the Democrats do? If you spend decades removing every single tool and weapon you have from them, unless you want a senator to walk into Congress and start shooting, there's really not much that they can do. So you're basically fucked until there's either some kind of violent overthrow of the government, or there are Trump gets sick and dies. There's not really, what are you going to do? It's all three sections of the government. So good luck.
What I will tell you, and not to get further into the investigation, but DHS pulled out of the scene, leaving that to Minnesota State Patrol, Minneapolis. We did not have enough resources to be able to hold that ground safely, and we had to leave that scene because of the number of people that were available and the safety of those in the public and the safety of our teams. We were able to get there, but at that time we were not able to hold that scene to do a crime scene investigation. I can't talk any more about those details.
handling the investigation then, if not neither DHS nor state officials right now?
We'll have more on that, but the BCA is engaged and involved, and we are working at the request of the Minneapolis Police Department on this, on the scene and in this investigation. So we are there, we're available. We want to make sure that we continue to work on this and engage with our federal law enforcement, but at this point, we don't have anything more to share about the crime scene. Again, we were not able to hold it. We wanted to make sure and keep people safe, but federal law enforcement left the scene and left us there.
Governor Ernesto with the New York Times, have you activated the National Guard? I noted that Sheriff Witt has requested for additional assistance. Can you tell us whether they're going to be playing a role in keeping the peace?
Yeah. Yes, the answer is yes, we have, as we said last week, and we staged those troops. I'll have General Menke talk about where they're at, and again, use this as an opportunity to stress to Minnesotans the frustration you have, and as you saw this, they killed a man, created chaos, pushed down protesters, threw gas indiscriminately, and then left the scene, and then we're left to clean up. I understand the anger. I understand trying to parse who were the law enforcement on the scene when you got there after a man was killed is difficult for the folks who are out there. But I can't stress enough, our goal, and I'll have General Menke talk about what the role of these Guard troops are in conjunction with incredible work from the Hennepin County Sheriff's Office, from mutual aid across, and of course the State Patrol, of trying to get to the point where what we're saying is we can handle this and Minnesotans can express their First Amendment rights and have our folks on the streets and get these people out of here. And so, John, if you want to talk a little bit, but the answer is yes, there's activated. He can talk to you about numbers.
To be clear, Governor, activated different than having them staged.
Yeah.
So the question is, what's the National Guard doing right now? So we have, we have been on state active duty for over a week. So we've had soldiers prepared in the metro area to respond in a much rapid manner than if they were not mobilized. So we have a request from the Hennepin County Sheriff to support them, and that is to help them free up additional resources for other work that they need to do. And we have started coordinating with them this morning on that, and that first area of support will be assisting them with their requirement to provide security to the Whipple building. So we'll be helping them there. And then we are in parallel planning with other organizations within the state of Minnesota, to include the State Patrol, the Minnesota DNR, and other local agencies to render assistance if requested.
Now deployed?
I would say that the number that we have is adequate for the requests that we have right now, and I will also tell you that we are bringing more resources that will be able to respond in a timely manner that are not fully mobilized yet, but we are mobilizing more soldiers as we talk at this time. I'd like not to get into specific numbers for an operational security standpoint, but right now we have all the resources to meet the requests that we have.
Governor Walz.
I would note on this one, too, that we'll be billing the federal government for the cost of the National Guard because they are incurring the costs that are falling on us by their reckless actions. Yes, sir.
The Star Tribune.
Based?
You alluded to this earlier, but are you rejecting the narrative that has been presented by federal officials that this man, this 37-year-old citizen of Minneapolis, posed a threat to these agents? And do you reject any idea that he played some role with his weapon in leading to his death?
I'm rejecting the rush to judgment within 15 minutes of this, which they did last time. That's why you need to have a fair investigation. And that's why a video can show one thing, but what happened beforehand. But they already will slander this individual. They've already made this the case. And I will just say you will all start to see it, and some of you probably have. There's multiple angles of this. And I'll go back to what we talked about before. They're telling you not to trust your eyes and ears, not to trust the facts that you're seeing in front of them. And at some point in time, you're reporting, and I think the reporting this week has been spectacular across Minnesota.
Good one, Steve.
That there's not two sides to every story, but in this situation, what I'm saying is we need to have a fair investigation, understanding what's happening and held accountable. We continue to hear, and we heard it from the vice president, that these folks can do whatever they want. They can have full immunity. And what I'm telling you is they will not. There will be justice to Minnesotans. Continue to gather the information. So I won't say where it is because I think it's irresponsible to make that judgment. But what I see with my eyes and what you're going to see with your eyes, makes that pretty hard to believe. And I would imagine as a federal officer, they would have come out and sounded like these professionals sound and say, we need to gather the information, we need to gather all the facts, we need to put them forward, and then we can make some informed decision based on the fact. They've written the narrative already. And the audacity to critique the police chief of Minneapolis after what work that those heroic officers are trying to do, and to be critiqued by this guy, I mean, I don't know, I've said it a lot, but America, as you're listening, enough is enough. Enough is enough of this. End this. End this. And we see them moving to Maine. If you're in Boston, you're in Chicago, you're in Philly, you're in Miami, it doesn't matter. We can't live like this. Our children are in trauma. A 5-year-old, you saw the picture, the bunny hat and the Spider-Man. These are not like some narrative to throw around, to parade around in some coat you had made and act like you're a tough guy or whatever. These are people's lives, and we have rule of law.
Any commentary regarding the immunity arguments? How does Minnesota? Not really. The law shit is all boring and it's a waste of fucking time. No one cares anybody. Definitely not this administration. And none of the dick suck lawyers that defend these people, all the Peace Corps friends or whatever, none of them give a fuck either. So no, I don't care.
Like walk away and say, I guess that just happened and we're not going to clean up our mess. I'm proud of Minnesotans. I'm proud of law enforcement here and our partners, and we'll get to the bottom of it. I think we have time for another one.
Commissioner Brittany Erman with KSTV Channel 5. The ICE commander just said in a press conference within the hour that they're calling on state and local law enforcement to, quote, help coordinate to get violent criminals off the street. What's your response to that request?
I'm better off to let these guys, the professionals, I have my thoughts.
So the question was, what are we doing to assist federal law enforcement on getting violent criminals off the street, if I understand the question? State and local law enforcement are always ready and willing and able to arrest violent offenders. We do not stand down from that, no matter where we get that information from. If there are violent offenders or violent criminals or violent crimes, we will investigate and we'll bring those to justice. If the federal government would like to work with us, to continue to work with us as they have in the past, to locate those violent offenders, we are always open to those discussions and always willing to assist. We do not ignore that. We are ready and able, and we do that. All of you as part of the media hear us arresting violent offenders all the time. We have not stood down. That is our mission. The federal government is not alone in arresting violent offenders. State and local law enforcement does that every day at great risk to their life, at great risk to the community. We do it because we want a safe Minnesota, and the federal government is not the only one to do that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So let's go back. That was Governor Walz.
Enforcement. There's been another immigrations and customs enforcement shooting.
But this video isn't about that. It's about the gun that was supposedly recovered from the person who was shot.
Now, the situation is still developing, so we don't exactly know what was true.
I am a huge fan of 6-hour pistols. This gun is a 6-hour P320 custom, and you can customize these builds
to pretty much anything you want.
And these SIG P320 customs get really expensive really quick. This gun was threaded for a suppressor, and it also had a red dot sight. You can basically build this gun on SIG's website, and it costs about $2,200.
And in addition to being really expensive, it's also going to be way heavier than your average concealed carry pistol. I carry a SIG P365 every day, and it's about 1.2, 1.5 pounds.
But the SIG 320 in the incident is anywhere between 2.5 to 3 pounds.
Not impossible to conceal carry under your person, especially if you're wearing a heavy Minnesota winter coat, but not something I would want to carry every day. The other interesting thing is that most guns found in the possession of criminals while committing a crime are Glock, Taurus, Smith & Wesson, and Ruger. That's not because 6-hour pistols are bad, it's because those other 4 brands are less expensive and so more people own them, so there's more opportunities for them to be stolen and then later used in a crime.
So I think if this weapon was taken off of someone who was shot,
I think we can make some assumptions or predictions about the person who carried it. I don't think the person who was shot was a petty criminal or even an immigrant gangster.
They would just have a cheaper or more commonly owned handgun. It's not impossible this gun wasn't stolen.
It's just a lot less likely. What's interesting is that Immigration and Customs Enforcement uses the SIG P320. And I have to say this because there's a lot of conspiracy theorists out there who say, oh, well, they threw the gun on the guy afterwards. Well, their guns wouldn't look custom like this. It would look more like this. I also don't think that the person who was shot is likely to be someone who was just going about their day concealed carrying a pistol, doing normal things like going to the grocery store. This just isn't the kind of gun that you take to do that. So all that being said, I don't think the person carrying this pistol was a petty criminal. I don't think this person was a guy who concealed carries every day. I think this person took their home defense pistol and for whatever reason decided to